mean just the whole league. If we got to February and Aberdeen were still on our tail, and I think Aberdeen would really start to shit it.
Who was it? One of the Aberdeen players
Johnny Hayes came out and said there's no chance we'll win the league. A few people have came out, like guys like Frank McGarvey, get a fucking arsehole. He just done nothing but criticise Deila. Said something needs to be done, blah blah blah.
Did you see Chris Sutton get made bankrupt? Just talking about guys that were flagged Deila.
Yeah,
not the second time.
We got a tweet.
He's went bankrupt.
Yeah.
We got
destroyed off Gordon Strachan the other day as well.
What did they say?
Against Dundee United.
Hated each other.
He was.
I was in the pub. I didn't.
Bad mouthing old Deila. Strachan just kept sticking up for him. I can't remember all of it, but I'm pretty sure Strachan destroyed him.
Did that happen?
Silenced him.
I'm not doubting you. I'm just wondering.
I can't remember myself.
And I know what you mean. France means. I think that you could just. What I noticed about it was they hated each other, and I know they didn't get on when Sutton played under Strachan, because I think Strachan was like, Sutton's the type of guy who says, "I've been here, I've done it, I'm an experienced pro," and I don't know. I just got the impression him and Strachan didn't see eye to eye. That came across, and as you said, any time Sutton said something, Strachan was like, "No, fuck off, Chris."
Louis, did you see it? No.
I did see it. Aye.
Was it pure magic?
I can confirm.
Well, funnily enough, here's just
it happened.
This is from 2011. Chris Sutton writing for the Daily fucking Record again. Why? You know what I mean? I loved Chris Sutton as a player for Celtic. You watched him and you knew he was a nasty bastard who wound people up, and he just was an arrogant prick. But he was playing for us, and he seemed to enjoy playing for us. That was great. Since he's retired, I want to like him, but I just can't.
I never felt like Chris Sutton was a Celtic man at any point. Like he was a fan.
You don't have to be.
Yeah, I'm not saying you have to be, but I never really.
I think he liked sticking up the Huns. Put it that way.
No, I just never seen him like that. But and yet he's another one like
first with the boot in.
Maybe like John Hartson, who is pretty much making their money talking about Celtic now.
Aye,
you know what I mean.
I think I know what you mean by saying that, Louis, but I think these guys did have an affinity for Celtic because all of them basically had their best time of their career at Celtic and stuff like that. But ultimately, Chris Sutton's favourite person's Chris Sutton.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
I think if you're at a club like Celtic, you have to buy into it.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to become a fan. Whereas, I just never felt that connection with him, to be honest.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Chris Sutton is. What was I going to say?
Say it again, Chris.
I'll say
You've
it
said
again.
it. You said it before.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Chris Sutton is an asshole. That's not what I was going to say, but fuck it, I'll just stick in. I just want to make this point. Chris Sutton. This is from 2011, when, as I say, he was writing for the Record. The headline is, "I'll never forgive Gordon Strachan for driving me out of the club." I just wanted this one line.
That must have been fucking awkward.
Yeah. I was
sitting for BT Sport talking about Celtic.
Here's the point I was going to make.
Uh-oh.
Chris Sutton doesn't like Deila because he'll make money from saying he doesn't like Deila, because it's a negative press. But also, I think in his mind, Chris Sutton thinks he should be the Celtic manager. I really do, because apparently
he was a manager somewhere.
He was managed. I can find that in a minute.
World League English team
or something like that.
And he did well for a short period, and then he got fired. But he's applied for the Ross County job. He applied for the Motherwell job, and apparently he got an interview, but he was just
awful,
like an arrogant prick. Someone told me that.
Turned up, said, "When do I start?"
Not far off that. And by the way, Chris Sutton was a fucking terrific tremendous player before he joined us. I mean, Chelsea didn't work out for him because fucking he just didn't work out. But when he was at Blackburn, he was phenomenal. He was a great player. But anyway, I just want to read this out. This is from his autobiography. I don't know why my voice did that. I was sitting, the first time he tried to speak to me in the players' canteen, talking about Gordon Strachan, I was sitting with Lenny when Gordon wandered past and tried to crack a joke with me. I didn't laugh.
It's a shite joke.
Yeah. Whatever. His assistant Gary Fender was with him. Maybe Gordon felt it belittled, but felt belittled by me in front of one of his members of staff. At this stage, I couldn't have cared less what he thought. That's a great first impression.
It's like it's like he's trying to pretend he's Latin for a couple of hours.
You know, he's just a fucking prick. Honestly.
I think that's a big part of the problem, and obviously I mentioned sitting next to Lenny. I think he's Lenny's pal.
Aye.
And there's more to Lennon leaving Celtic than we know about. And I think I said this in the last podcast. I think the guy that came in after Lennon, unless he was, he hit the ground so well that he couldn't be criticised, I think he was always going to do that because he's part of that whole Martin O'Neill, Seville era Celtic team, and so was Lennon. So basically, he's going to criticise what comes after him. And as you say, it's piss easy to come in and slag Celtic to make money, and he needs it, but it sounds it.
Thoughts on Stuart Armstrong against Celtic? Impressed you? Not impressed you?
Terrific hair.
And listen, hey, is that not what we're fucking? Is that not what we're in the market for?
That's what we're looking for.
Like we just want,
especially with Charlie's recent downturn in the old hair department.
Do you know Charlie Mulgrew when he had good hair? Was a good player. Look at his hair now, and he's dreadful.
That's why we shouldn't get rid of Danny Fox with that beard.
Oh, listen, this is why we brought you on the podcast. Comments like that, my friend. But no, I mean, Stuart Armstrong, did he do it for you? Would you sign him for Celtic?
Yes, I would take him. Although apparently we were quoted 6 million. Apparently,
that's for both of them. That's for Chiefty and what's going on there? Yeah.
Just showing you something.
That's hilarious. I replied to that actually.
It's fantastic.
It was a tweet that someone
we
sent
do
us.
appreciate all tweets.
Yeah, all tweets are great.
But what, Shifty? Is that how you say it?
Shifty or Chifty, or whatever you call him. The Turkish fella and Nadir.
Is he Turkish?
Aye, he's Turkish.
I thought he was.
Is he Moroccan or something?
No, he's Turkish. I bought him on Football Manager the other day. Boom! And he's terrific. If you're listening, Ronnie.
No. I tell you what.
What Benteke instead?
Christian Benteke. You've got a fish named after him.
I do. Fish called Wonder.
Shifty. See half the way he plays his game. See when I was watching him against us and good performance and all that. 90% of what he does in a Dundee United strip, he wouldn't get away with in a Celtic strip.
I agree with that.
How physical his players, he'd be like foul. It'd be like Hartson all over again.
He was tracking back, and then some. He was right there, right back position, chasing someone the whole way.
I don't think he's a bad player. I just think he wouldn't be able to do what he does in a Celtic strip.
He's still young as well. Remember,
he's 22. He's 22.
I think he's
the same age as Goodetty.
I think see if Goodetti's going to
Joe it off.
Continue his chat about 20 grand a week. I'd have Shifty in there instead of him. Well, I think they're quite similar.
Here's the issue, because I agree with you to an extent, but Dundee United are in a pretty decent financial position. They don't have to sell.
They ain't going to knock back big money though.
But my point is, okay, so would you pay big money for a guy who?
Would you pay 6 million?
No, but big.
Armstrong and Shifty.
No.
I would pay 3 million for Armstrong, right? I'm not paying.
Never going to have to pay 3 million, surely.
Well, fuck's sake, we paid 4.4 for Scott Brown.
How much did Ryan Gauld go for?
What?
How much did Ryan Gauld go
3 million.
Was it 3 million?
He made his debut last night.
I really didn't.
He made his debut. We'll get to that. I would pay £3 million for Stuart Armstrong because I genuinely do think he's that good, and I think he's terrific. I would not pay £3 million for Nadir.
No. I would pay
$1.5 million.
$1.5 million for
750,000.
Okay.
And then for Armstrong, it would have to be 2 million. I think 3 million. I don't think the hype is the same for him as it was for Ryan Gauld, and I don't mean because obviously I know, but I think that should then be reflected in the price. I mean, Ryan Gauld was so highly thought of and talked about and rated.
As Chris said, he made his debut.
If it's 3 million for him, sure, Armstrong can't be near that because he's not in the same bracket as far as kind of public knowledge. I don't think on a bigger scale. Jim Spence said there was
terrific hair,
terrific fella.
Is this a scout?
Yeah. There was 6 scouts, Paradise. Who were they looking at? They were all probably looking at more than one player, but I bet they were all looking at least at Stuart Armstrong. We don't want to get in a. We can't get into a bidding war with a championship club. We can't even get in a bidding war with a fucking League One club. Do you know what I mean? Whether the player would want to go to a League One club, and I'm not. That's not taken away from Celtic. That's just realism.
Do you think he would want to come to Celtic?
I think he's desperate to come to Celtic because.
Where's he from?
Well, okay,
Is he
France, what's your thoughts on Stuart Armstrong?
I like Chifshy or Shifky.
Nadir.
I like Armstrong as well.
Shifky's on your keyboard.
Aye. I like Armstrong as well. I think he's going to be a great player, but not 100% sure. I've not seen enough of him, to be honest with you. But against Celtic, he certainly looked lively enough.
Yeah.
See, I'm going to.
He's from Inverness.
Throw this one in there. I've spoke to two separate people who've said they rate Peter Pollitt higher than Stuart Armstrong.
Peter Pollitt scores more goals. Different players, very different players. Stuart Armstrong...
Peter Pollitt's got a lot more pace about him, does he not?
Aye. Peter Pollitt would actually be a really good signing for us, and apparently we approached Aberdeen just before the window closed. Whether that's actually officially true, I don't know, but I heard that. I would buy both of them, again, because firstly, if you were buying them off Aberdeen, you're going to take their best player, right? So that's what the Huns used to do all the time. If a team was challenged them, they would take their best players. So let's go Hun tactics. We'll take Stuart Armstrong, who's Dundee United. Aye, fucking hell. Jesus, Ian Black. Lewis McLeod.
Ian Black, did you see big Chico Charnley in the paper today?
Aye, giving him a roasting, didn't he?
He said Ian Black's just a thug, basically.
He's a coward.
Yes. He's shite.
He's
absolutely shite, and he bet against his own team.
Aye.
Imagine having to been taken off because your manager thought couldn't trust you to stay in the pitch. Ali would never have taken him off.
See the difference. See the thing is,
a shite bag.
A fat shite bag.
Ewan McCaffrey, terrific Ewan.
What a guy.
Writes for the site. Huge Alloa fan.
Shops in Shawlands.
He does. He lives in just Govan Hill.
What's his address? Sorry.
You're going on the weird angle again, Frenchie. He watched because as Rangers were. He's seen a lot of Ian Black in the second division, the third division, and because he watches as many games as he can, he goes to Alloa, and he says even when they were playing second and third division teams, he was dreadful. Like, he stood out as being a bad player. The guy's just not very good.
He's a hatchet man. He's always been a hatchet man. But on the topic at Alloa, Kev McCauley done my coupon the other day.
Kev who?
Kev
McCauley or Colley?
Oh, Kev Colley then.
Oh, right.
Done my coupon.
Nice guy.
Who's Kev Colley?
He plays for
Alloa.
He used to play for Celtic. Aye.
Oh, did they not score 100 million goals in the reserves?
Aye. Him and James Keatings was the same. He like a couple of years later.
Is that boy from Simshill?
I've actually got a selfie with him.
He drinks in his smiddy.
He drinks in his smiddy.
He doesn't drink. He drinks.
He drinks water and
drinks fizzy pop.
Yeah, we can confirm that he drinks recreational drinks and non-alcoholic drinks. Recreational drinks.
But I had Queen of the South on, and he equalised. Game ended 1-1.
I just think how happy Ewan would have been though, so that's nice, right?
No.
Fuck you. When it comes to money.
No offence, Ewan, but if you're listening to this, I would have preferred the money. I just looking at while I'm kind of on this kind of page here. Do you want me to fill in?
No. It's just another. Do you want me to fill in? You should be fucking have stuff to say anyway. Just another. Listen to this. Ex-Celt Frank McAvenny. I want to like Deila, but after the county flop, he looked like a lost boy. See, you don't want to like
McAvenny. Right, listen. I'm going to go on a wee rant about this guy.
Love it. Go for it.
Fucking, right, see, last Celtic, what game was it? I went to the Zagreb game, right?
Yeah.
Driving to the game, had Radio Clyde on. Now, they had fucking Frank McAvenny on there. Now, as we all know, we love Frank McAvenny. Oh, wacky guy. Loves a drink, loves a bird. Where's the birds? Only an excuse and all that fucking shite. The guy has zero tactical insight in the game. He's just like, you know, everything that's wrong with Scottish football, that parochial fucking backslapping pals with fucking Rangers
Lord's
fans.
Mafia's great.
Yeah. You know, we get on with the Rangers boys, you know, after all that shit. There's nothing, exactly. He wouldn't, you know, no tactical insight. We were pals with him. The guy is a fucking moron. He'll say anything to the press, basically to give him a couple of quid. I don't see the point. I mean, don't get me wrong. McAvenny seems like a personable guy, right? But why on earth have they got him on the radio to talk about football? I mean, what the fuck is McAvenny going to do to provide you insight?
He probably can't even remember the time he was a player.
I mean, do you know, That's what he should do. He's the sort of guy that would be a laugh as an after-dinner speaker. You turn up, you're absolutely horsed, and he talks about how he shagged a page 3 model when he was at West Ham, and everyone goes, way hey. You don't want to hear him break down what he thinks of the latest Celtic team.
Well, somebody probably has to show him DVDs of himself, just to remind him what he done.
VHS,
it just sums